In this video, we will explore what are lattices. Lattices are shaking up the world of cryptography, being considered the future of cryptography. But how can we visualize a lattice? A lattice is a structure made up of points in space that form a repeating pattern. For example, in this three-dimensional diamond lattice, the points lie on the vertices of the diamond crystal structure. Whereas in this two-dimensional honeycomb lattice, the points are located at the vertices of hexagonal cells, resembling a honeycomb pattern. Let's move towards the formal definition of a lattice. Formally, a lattice is defined as a discrete additive subgroup of n-dimensional real numbers. If that definition makes sense to you, great. You are done. You can move on to the next video. But if it feels a bit tricky, stay with me. I will break down each part of the definition step by step with some simple examples. Now, to fully understand lattices, we need to break down some key terms, such as what is a group, subgroup, additive group, and what is a discrete group. Furthermore, towards the end of the video, I will also give examples of lattices used in cryptography. Let's start with what a group is. A group G is a collection of elements under a binary operation, which we will call O. The operation could be addition, multiplication, or something else. If the operation is addition, the group is called additive group, whereas if the operation is multiplication, then the group is called multiplicative group. Each group must follow 4 rules. First, the group must be closed under the operation. This means for any elements A and B in the group G, when we apply the operation O to them, the result C must also be in the group. For example, if we take two real numbers 3 and 5 and we add them, then their result, in this case 8, is also a real number. Real numbers are closed under addition. The rule number 2 states that the group must have an identity element. This is an element I in the group G, such that for any element A in G, when we apply the operation O to A and I, the result remains an unchanged A. For real numbers, 0 is an identity element. It is because if we take any real number such as 3 and add 0, then our result remains unchanged 3. So 0 is the identity element for real numbers under addition. Third rule: each element in the group must have an inverse. For every element A in the group G, there must be another element called the inverse of A, such that applying operation O to A and its inverse gives us the identity element. For real numbers under addition, the inverse of 3 is minus 3 because 3 plus minus 3 is equals to 0. Similarly, every real number has an inverse under addition. Finally, the group must be associative. This means for any elements A, B and C in the group, the result of applying operations to A and B first and then to C must be the same as applying operations to B and C first and then to A. For real numbers, 3 plus star parenthesis 5 plus 7 close parenthesis is same as start parenthesis 3 plus 5 close parenthesis plus 7. So real number are associative under addition. This concludes our definition of our group. Also, it shows that real numbers form an additive group. The same is true for n-dimensional real numbers, also known as vectors, which also form an additive group. Next, we define a subgroup. As we have already defined definition of group and additive group. A subgroup is simply a smaller group that is a subset of a larger group. So when we say a lattice is a subgroup of n-dimensional real vectors, it means it is a collection of points that follow all the group rules, but it exists within a larger group of all possible points in n-dimensional real space. Lastly, we define discrete group. A discrete group means that points are separated from each other. In other words, there is some space between the points, so they are not bunched together. Now that we have learned the definition of a lattice, and I hope that you have fully understand it, let's look at few interesting examples of lattices. The integers form a one-dimensional lattice. And the integer grid is an n-dimensional lattice. If a given lattice is scaled by any real number C, the result is also a lattice. Using this rule, we can see that since the integer form one-dimensional lattice, the even integers, which are scaled by 2, form a lattice. Similarly, all multiples of 3, which are scaled by 3, form a lattice. On the other hand, the set of rational numbers, although closed under addition, does not form a lattice because set of rational number is not discrete. Between any two rational numbers, we can always find another rational number, meaning the points are not spaced apart. The set of odd number does not form a lattice as it is not closed under addition. Odd numbers are not scaled out integers, and adding two odd numbers gives us an even numbers, which is not part of the same group. Well, that is it for this video. Let's continue learning the amazing world of lattice-based cryptography in the next video. Please support this channel. See you later. Bye.